Design is a force that can shape movement, drives change, and gives activists a visual identity. From bold poster signs to viral social media campaigns, design has the power to grab attention, spark emotion, and inspire action. Think about the iconic "I am a man" sign from the civil rights movement, or the striking graphic of climate protests today. These designs do not just inform, they ignite passion and mobilize people. Design is more than aesthetic, it's a tool for communication, a way to distill complex ideas into visuals that resonate with people instantly. Whether it's a poster on the street or a viral social media post, effective design make activist message accessible and unforgettable. Throughout history, design has been at the forefront of activism. In this series, we will explore how can harness design to amplify your own message. Today, we live in a world dominated by visual. Screens are everywhere, on our desk, on our pockets, on our wrist. Visual are become a constant presence in our daily life. But this saturation comes with a risk, the oversimplification of complex issues into digestible images. Inequality becomes a series of bar charts. War is reduced to series of satellite images or neat infographics, and migrants are just represented as arrows flowing on a map. In this context, design isn't just a decoration, it shapes how we perceive reality. Every design choice influences how people perceive the world. Design has even the power to turn ideas and places into products. Take the "I Love New York" logo. Suddenly, with this logo, a city becomes a brand, a commodity. Or the Apple's Think Different campaign, where ideologies themselves were packaged and sold as a lifestyle. Throughout history, many social movements have used design as a tool for social change, reclaiming a medium that long served the interest of the capitalist society. Take the civil rights movement in the US, when in 1968 striking sanitation workers in Memphis held a sign that read "I am a man" to protest against racial discrimination and poor working conditions. Or in Paris in 1968, when students and workers formed the Atelier Populaire. They occupied an art school and produced bold and hand-printed posters overnight, tools for protest that flooded the street and turned public swall into political statements. Another example is the UK miners' strikes in 1980s. Faced with mass pit closure, workers and supporters created grassroots design posters, buttons, and banners made in union halls and kitchens. These visuals helped unify a movement, giving working-class resistance an identity. In a world overwhelmed by information, design becomes more than just aesthetics. It becomes a compass. It helps us orient ourselves, cut through the noise, and connect with what truly matters. Design sits at the core of a larger process, one that involves not just visuals, but storytelling and strategy. When these elements work together, they give your message clarity, depth, and impact. Before creating visual, it's essential to ask, what story are we trying to tell? Every communication project lives within a narrative framework. Defining these frameworks helps align your design choices with a clear message and emotional resonance. Let's take a look at the Occupy Wall Street campaign by Adbusters, for example. Its message was simple, direct, and bold. How do we challenge the broken economic system? By making people visible and occupying the space where financial misconduct happens. The campaign posters feature a ballerina on top of the Wall Street charging board, juxtaposing grace and vulnerability against a symbol of aggressive capitalism. In the background, a group of protesters approached in the smoke the square. It was poetic, provocative, and unforgettable. In order to create a narrative framework for your project, a useful method is to break down your message in 3 parts. The context, what is the broader situation, a problem, What specific issues are you trying to addressing? And solution/action. What action or change are you proposing? Here an example on how the narrative framework was used in the communication strategy for a petition campaign. In this case, a group of podcasters called on Apple Podcast to create a dedicated climate category on their platform. You can clearly see how the messaging follows the structure. The first sentence sets the structure, the second defines the problem, and the third calls for an action. This simple structure helps make your message clear, emotionally compelling, and easy to act on. It also serves you as a guideline when designing your material. Once you have clarified your message and narrative, strategy helps you to bring your campaign into the world. Start by asking yourself, what is the goal of this campaign and what type of content best serves this goal? To navigate the wide range of content possibilities, a useful structure to follow divides content into three main categories: hero, hub, and IG. Let's look at each of these ones. Hero content is bold, attention-grabbing, and designed to reach a new audience and boost visibility. The goal here is amplification, getting noticed, and generating awareness. These might include eye-catching poster, viral social media post, or short video reel. Hub content is created to engage your existing audience. This content is for people who already know your work. It keeps them connected and informed. For example, this can include landing page, newsletters, or short-form article that offers update and context on a specific issue. IG content dives deeper. It provides in-depth insight and long-form information that serves your community over time. These might include longer videos, thematic newsletter, reports, or podcasts. These material help educate and build trust by offering real value. To better understand how this type of content can work together, let's look at the project with Bare Hands, which I created in collaboration with the NGO Shipbreaking Platform. The campaign aimed to raise awareness around the topic of hazardous ship dismantling practices happening in Bangladesh. Practice with serious consequences for the coastal communities where yards are located. For this, we developed a range of content to engage audience. Here are some examples. We developed a guerrilla campaign where we displayed large-scale photographs taken by photojournalist Tommaso Clavarino across the streets of Lisbon during a major shipping expo. This was our hero content, designed to surprise and provoke attention in the public space. Another type of content was a landing page presenting key information and data and context on the issues. These serve as our hub content, offering a place for interested people to learn more and stay connected. And finally, we collaborated with a theater company to create a 40-minute live performance. It combined story from the field with visuals and data, and was presented at festivals and venues across Europe. This was our hygiene content, a deep and immersive experience meant to inform and emotionally engage. By planning our content across these three levels, you can build a campaign that not only grabs attention, but also sustain interest, build community, and drive action. Now that your story and strategy are clear, it's time to translate them into powerful visual materials. At the heart of any campaign is the key visual, a central image or design concept that becomes the blueprint of all your communication assets. An effective key visual typically includes three things: a headline, meaning a bold, attention-grabbing title. This is your hook. It draws people in and makes them want to know more. Second is a body copy. This is a support text that adds context to your message. It should be concise, informative, and emotionally engaging. And lastly, a call to action. Clearly state what action you want your audience to take. sign, share, donate, join. Don't leave it ambiguous. In this campaign, calling for action on Australia's bushfire crisis, all three elements are clear and structured in a strong visual hierarchies. Similarly, the Occupy Wall Street poster we looked at earlier balances a provocative headline, a bold typography, and a powerful image, crafted into a minimal yet memorable layout. Additional design principles we should consider are the use of powerful images. Use visuals that evoke emotion and communicate a message instantly before a single word is read. And also bold typography. Choose legible, distinctive font, ideally not more than 2 fonts. In great design, typography alone can often carry the weight of the whole message. Lastly, let's have a look at few accessible tools to help you bring your design idea to life. Canva is a design tool that can help you design your material. With templates, icon, and drag and drop feature, perfect for beginners. ChatGPT, or AI in general, can help you with brainstorm campaign concept, generate headlines, draft body text, refine your message strategy, and come out with a content strategy idea. On Unsplash, you can find free, high-quality, royalty-free images to support your message and elevate your visuals. Lastly, Google Fonts is a broad library for free professional fonts to help maintain consistency and accessibility to your design. In conclusion, design is not just about how something looks. It is how it works, how it feels, and how it moves people to action. You now have the tools, the principles, and the mindset to create visual that can have a concrete impact. Thank you for joining, and see you soon.